Jacksonville beats Pittsburgh on the road 2010.
The Jags are rolling, man. I mean, I did not expect that. I had the Steelers in the teaser leg on the Even Money betting podcast. You know, not many people go into Pittsburgh and dominate the game like the Jaguars did. I mean, Travis Etienne, he ran it pretty effectively, but then that touchdown catch, crazy impressive. I mean, he's going against a corner in Joey Porter Jr. That was really, really, I mean, Travis Etienne has become even better than I ever thought he'd be in the NFL. Evan Ingram had a good game, and that was a disappointing performance for the Steelers. I think they were coming off a bye. To play like that, I don't know. No, were they coming off a bye? I can't remember. But at any rate, I mean, Minkah Fitzpatrick gets hurt with a hamstring injury. That's not good. I'm doing their game Thursday night on the radio. Kenny Pickett goes out with ribs, and then Trubisky came in and looked like a guy that wasn't ready to go. Like, looked like a guy that wasn't ready, and that's not okay. You got to be ready when you get your chance.
Will Levis just ended the Ryan Tannehill era in Tennessee, it seems, with a 28-23 win over the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, I would agree with that. I mean, why would you put Ryan Tannehill back in now, right? I mean, that doesn't make sense. That was so impressive by Will Levis. I'm really surprised by that. Aren't you, Jack? Like, I really was not expecting Levis to play that well in his first start. Kudos to him, man. They kept showing his family in the stands. I'm so happy for them. So happy for him. You know, he's had up and down at Penn State and Kentucky and the draft process. You forget, like, the criticism on these guys. He looked great. And he was getting the ball to DeAndre Hopkins. That was impressive. You know, Arthur Smith pulled Ritter. He said it wasn't because of performance, but do you believe that, Jack?
No.
I don't really believe that either. That actually might be, if I write a column this week for the 33rd team, that actually might be my column. I think sometimes, especially at the quarterback position, some of these head coaches hide behind health when making decisions. You know, he was cleared, but he left Heineke in. I'll give the Titans a lot of credit. After they traded Byard like that, I thought, traded Byard, you got Levis in his first start. I did not see them coming out and putting up 28 points and getting that win.
A.J. Brown, the Philadelphia Eagles offense, continued to roll, beating the Commanders 38-31.
I can't even imagine what you're thinking if you're a Commanders fan right now. I mean, what are you even thinking? Sam Howell played awesome. The Commanders did so many good things, but Sam Howell had that one costly interception to Blankenship, and Jalen Hurts played very well, and A.J. Brown is just outrageous. You know, nobody talks about him last year, at least, as the best receiver in the league. It's always like Justin Jefferson or Devontae Adams. I don't know. We need to start to throw his name in there, I feel like. He was unbelievable. Obviously not great day for the Eagles defensively, but good enough to get it done.
Seattle gets the ball back late, and they're able to bring it home, winning against Cleveland Browns 24-20.
Was not pretty. And it was the rookie, Jackson Smith-Njigba, did it. You know what's crazy? The Browns won 2 games in which P.J. Walker did not play very well. He didn't. And now they go ahead and they lose the game where I felt like P.J. Walker, I don't know about you, Jack, I thought he had his best game. I mean, he did some positive things. They were on the road. They were moving the ball. Like, how does that happen? That they win the game when they lose the game when P.J. Walker plays his best. You know, Geno did his thing as usual. And, I think that the Browns need their defense to play. I know they're good, but they need to play a little bit better than that to lock up some of these games.
Arizona continues to stay in games, but Baltimore's offense is just too much in a 31-24 victory.
It was really Josh Dobbs' 2 picks. So fun, beautiful stadium. So fun to be in that booth. You know, it never gets old. It's always a privilege. It's always a thrill. It's really, really special, and I'm very grateful for it. The Cardinals got off to a great start, running the ball, scored a touchdown. I thought they should have run the ball more. I thought they got away from it. And obviously the two Dobbs interceptions that the Ravens turned into touchdowns ended up being the difference in the game. The food was delicious. The bone-in pork, whatever that was heavenly. Check out my social media at Ross Tucker NFL. The Cardinals are the same. The Cardinals play the same game every week now. They play competitive. They stay in it. They're not good enough to win the game at the end.
Broncos snapped their 16-game losing streak to the Kansas City Chiefs, beating them 24-9.
You know, that was something else, right? I mean, that was stunning to me. What has changed with the Broncos defense? They gave up 70. That was you texted me like 5 times, Jack. You were loving that. They gave up 70 points. That was like 3 weeks ago, right? 4 weeks ago, maybe?
It was like week 3. It's almost been like 5-6 weeks at this point.
Really? Well,
yeah, it was early in the season.
Yeah, well, at any rate, it's just amazing that same defense could come out. And, I mean, they're still 31st in points allowed and 32nd in yards allowed. For them to come out and shut down Mahomes and that offense like they did. Mahomes is throwing interceptions. He's fumbling. Nick Bonito was all over him. Baron Browning had a couple sacks. And you know what? Russell Wilson wasn't great, but he did enough. You know, he threw 3 touchdown passes off of those turnovers. You just can't have those turnovers if you're Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I mean, that's the problem.
Cincinnati is certainly back, beating the 49ers on the road 31-17.
Well, first of all, I'm a little surprised that Purdy played. Because what happened? What would have happened, Jack, if he got another concussion? Right? I mean, like, I know he was cleared, but no, everybody knew that he had the symptoms on Wednesday. The last thing you want to see happen is him get another concussion. Now they brought him back to play in the game, and they still didn't win the game because Joey Burrow, unbelievable, 28 of 32. What has happened to the Niners defense? They are getting torched. Cousins first, now it's Burrow. I mean, absolutely torched. Purdy's turning the football over. Hendrickson looks great. It's not a good look right now for the Niners.
Chargers take care of business easily against Chicago with a big win at home.
What's the score right now? Is it over yet? Just about over.
30-13 at 2-minute warning.
30-13 right now?
Correct.
Yeah. I was watching it. I mean, I can't believe on the Even Money podcast I took the Bears getting the points. I should have known better. The Chargers have just been so bad this year, and they're playing at home, and I thought that the Bears had some momentum and were feeling good about Tyson Bagent, but this Donald Parham was making plays for the Chargers. Herbert looked fantastic when I was watching. Eckler scored a touchdown, seemingly like he does every game ever, and the Chargers are going to get a much, much needed win. Not good for the Bears. I thought they'd be able to maybe keep some of that momentum with Bagent mania, but it didn't. It did not happen. Other than that, we'll have a awesome college draft with Emory on Monday as well. I think we're done here.
Thanks for tuning in to the Ross Tucker Football Podcast. Make sure to also check out Even Money, Fantasy Feast, and College Draft, all on the DraftKings Network, YouTube, or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform.
Shout out to myfrontpagestory.com. It's just about November. Engage for the holiday season, myfrontpagestory.com. Backofficescheduler.com, go-bengals.com, steakhousesports.com, humanheadnyc.com, Sporticulture, and Pizza Boy Brewing.